What's the fuss with PlayStation Plus this summer? We've got the newest and best editions right here. Hey, it's Game Rant, and here are the best games on PlayStation Plus for June 2025. Number 10, FBC Firebreak. Will you look at that, we got a day one launch game for PlayStation Plus Extra and the Premium Library. This game is a follow-up to 2019's Control by Remedy Games. And if that name sounds familiar, they're the same studio behind Max Payne 1 and Max Payne 2 and the Alan Wake franchise. FBC Firebreak puts players online and in cross-play groups to battle back against the mysterious Hiss, a dimension-breaking, mentally influencing bad thing that could destroy the world. Seriously, the Control narrative loves to dip in and out of creepypastas where you'll be blasting back against forces that have no real clear motive but to uncurl reality itself. We're gonna need some more ammo. Number 9, God of War Ragnarok. If somehow you've skipped God of War Ragnarok these past few years, you're in for one heck of a mythological treat. Originally designed to be the second in a trilogy, the team ultimately decided to fold in the third entry as well, making for an epic adventure in the most literal sense of the word. Players subscribed to PlayStation Plus Premium and Extra can experience the absolute unhinged anger of the God of War. Following the journey from the previous game, Ragnarok centers on the further developments of Kratos and his son, and a fate that was written in the stars. Plus, you get to hit stuff a lot. It's pretty great. Number 8, The Last of Us Part 1. By now, everyone, including your grandma, has heard about The Last of Us, especially after its critically praised television adaptation. But in 2022, Naughty Dog went back and remastered the very first game with modern graphics for the PlayStation 5. Now the story of The Last of Us Part 1 is hyper-violent, depressing, and horrifying, while progressively transforming into a character study of protagonists Joel and Ellie. But with all that extra horsepower, players can feel the damp and dingy surroundings and witness extra detailed wounds and brain matter. Yep, they really went to all that extra effort just to make The Last of Us even more gross than the first time. And you know what? It's better for it. Number 7, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Few games can equal the cultural appreciation of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. CD Projekt Red was already praised for the first 2 games, but Part 3 pulled in a whole new audience with its gorgeous art design and rich narrative storytelling. And I mean storytelling. The side missions in The Witcher 3 are some of the finest writing ever seen in video games, with quests that can be recalled for their plot as much as their gameplay. And best of all, being a Witcher, you can choose who and how to help people, while following the stringent Witcher code. If you've got PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium, you've got yourself a lot of witching to do. Is witching the right word here? Number 6, Cult of the Lamb. In most game stories, the protagonists have some sort of moral high ground for which they can apply agency to their decisions. But with Cult of the Lamb, one thing is very, very clear. You're the baddies. Sure, you're playing as an adorable lamb in a woodland area with tons of cute little creatures who want to be your friend. The lamb, on the other hand, wants to place them in absolute religious servitude, culminating in live sacrifices being performed in the name of their god. Yeah, man, this game goes places. But it also has a mechanical backbone for a compelling and enjoyable management loop. All you need is a PlayStation Plus Extra or Premium subscription to let the Crimson Sea begin. Ew. Number 5, Timesplitters 2 and Future Perfect. Alright, Premium subscribers, this one is all yours. Timesplitters 2 and Timesplitters Future Perfect are 2 respected first-person shooters from the PlayStation 2 era. Players take control of the time-traveling projectors of humanity, which means pretty much every stage will take place in a different era with different weapons. It's like a first-person shooter variety pack. Now fans have been pleading with EA for some sort of follow-up, but so far none has occurred, which is all the more reason to push back against those pesky time splitters with whatever projectile is in your hand at the current moment. Number 4, Bloodborne. Okay, Extra and Premium subs, we're standing on hallowed ground here, as Bloodborne is considered one of the best games of all the PlayStation 4, and with well over 3,000 games on that platform alone, you know we're in rarefied air. Bloodborne is by From Software and continues many of their traditions of design, including dropped experience points, heavy melee combat, and a cavalcade of disturbing monsters ready to kick you back to the last save point. But one key difference in this game when compared to Elden Ring and Dark Souls is its time-specific use of firearms, giving a feel to the boss fights that still hasn't quite been duplicated. Number 3, Celeste. Video games don't always need a story. It's true, especially when it comes to arcade gameplay. But Celeste squares that circle with challenging platform puzzle sequences and a story about self-discovery and loneliness. You play as Madeline, who decided it would be a good idea to climb a mountain, but during her journey, she begins to encounter otherworldly apparitions, including one that appears in the form of Madeline. To go any further would require spoilers, but if you're a fan of nimble movement and pretty pixels, get yourself a PlayStation Extra or Premium subscription and see what awaits atop the mountain. Number 2, Dave the Diver. Speaking of old school, how great of a name is Dave the Diver? You play as Dave, shocking I know, and you are a diver. Absolutely no one can claim false advertising here, and really that's about it. But the execution is absolutely supreme, with a charming visual style that feels equally old school and modern, with not quite 3D pixels. But don't go thinking this is a virtual vacation. Dave is going to have to put in some serious work to explore the depths below, and the nautical horrors that rise above after him. Extra and premium subscribers can take the plunge right now. Number 1. Chivalry 2. The first-person perspective in games is often associated with modern weaponry, and thus the first-person shooter. But Chivalry 2 goes so old school, it's exploring new ground. Players taking on the roles in medieval armies and experience the often haphazard and gruesome results of centuries-old combat. You'll be swinging swords and bashing back shields until the armor splits. And, well, from there, it only gets more medieval. And with PS Plus Extra and Premium, you'll be able to relive the muddy rain-soaked days from the comfort of your own cozy home. Ah, if only real sword fighting was so comfy. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. How about recommending one of these games in the comments below? Keep clicking around here at Game Rant, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody.